Hey guys, it's me again. I just wanted to introduce this book that I talked about in my last couple of videos. It's called Find Your Fingerprint. And this was written by a woman named Liz. Elizabeth Josephsberg. There is her picture. She was, as of the time that this book was written, the copyright date in here is 2013. So she, at that time, and probably still is, a Weight Watchers leader. And in the introduction, she talks about how she started her journey in 2002. So at the time of the book, it was 11 years prior to this book being written. But I just wanted to share a couple of things out of the introduction that I found really inspiring. Now, I was on Weight Watchers when this book came out 2 years ago. I was doing really well in Weight Watchers. That was on the Points Plus system. My sister and I were going to meetings. I think I've said before, I've been on Weight Watchers. I can't even count the number of times that I've done Weight Watchers. But this particular time, apart from right now is absolutely my most successful time on Weight Watchers. The last time 2 years ago would be the next one in that list. I was very working the program hard when I read this book, and I have to say that I believe that this book was a game changer for me. Um, while I fell off the wagon, or however you want to say it, ended up quitting Weight Watchers. We all know what happens when you do that. It's still, some of the principles in this book stuck with me. They have absolutely defined the way I'm doing Weight Watchers now, because the title says it all. Find your fingerprint. Really, the point of this book is that while we're all on Weight Watchers, and not all of us, I shouldn't even say that. There are many people who aren't, but anybody reading this book is probably on Weight Watchers. Our weight struggles are universal, but we are individuals. And so I love this book because it's empowering and it makes you realize that as individuals, number one, your weight loss journey is not exactly the same as the person that's sitting next to you. So that means then that you're not going to gain and lose at the same, or lose, I should say, at the same speed, the same rate, in the same way. And it also means that what works for the person next to you, even though you're both doing Weight Watchers possibly, doesn't mean that the same things work for each person. So one of the things she says in the introduction to this is, I like how she defines this. She says, weight loss is about much more than food. It's about working through the complex set of challenges in your life that keep weight on for you or that prevent you from making the changes that can help you to lose weight. And isn't that the truth? Because yes, weight loss is about our food choices. That is true. Or weight gain, either one. But it's really about what happens before that. It's before what you put in your mouth. Truly, it's more mental than it is physical. Because physical, we all know, take in a certain amount of calories, make sure there's a deficit, that you're moving more than you're eating. We get the whole mathematical part of it. But it's the stuff up here that really creates the biggest barriers to whether we're successful or not. So I thought that was good. And she said that in the 11 years, she had lost a total of 140 pounds. Now, I think this is interesting. She lost a total of 140 pounds on the program in 3 different attempts. So she's not saying, well, I lost 50 pounds last time, but I lost the same 25 now. No, every pound she took off took effort. So she collectively put them together. 25 pounds the first time, then after the birth of her son, 65, and then she lost 50 following the birth of her second son. So there too, I mean, validating that yes, every one of those pounds, even though some she had put, well, I heard one leader say one time, we don't put pounds back on, we put new pounds on. So those that come off, I mean, count them. You put the effort in, right? So the other thing she said that was a game changer for her was when one of her leaders brought in these little sheriff's badges from the dollar store, and she handed them out and said, "No one will be your police officer. It is up to you to police yourselves." And that's so true. I mean, you have to take responsibility for policing yourself, and you also have to back off and not police the person next to you. Hey, sweetie, you want to say hi? This is Pumpkin. Oh, she's purring. Bootsy's not in here. Anyways, we have to police ourselves, and she said that that changed things for her. Um, okay, this is really good too. She says, "I looked at my weight issue as something terrible that was happening to me. I saw myself as a victim without any control. But then she had to learn that yes, I do have control, and it's up to me to step up and take it." I really think that's the first key to success, is recognizing that we do have control. Yes, there are situations that make us feel out of control. That is true. That is very true. Um, but we do have control. And the longer that we tell ourselves we don't have control, then the control is taken away from us. And we do find ourselves allowing ourselves to be out of control. Now, we're not perfect, right? I think that's the other thing that she mentions later in here is about not being perfect. Where is that? Okay. She says you can't be perfect because no one can, right? But you can take the time to examine why things work and why they don't. And sometimes I think it's about allowing ourselves to take the time to find those things out. Because especially as women, I'm sure men feel this too, but women who are moms and wives and daughters, and I'm a homeschool teacher, um, and all the things that go along with that, we feel like taking the time to figure ourselves out is a waste of time. And it truly is not a waste of time. We have got to fill our cups before we can fill other people's. It's just the way it is. And I have been, oh, I don't know if you can hear the rain. It is really coming down here. Got my window open. It's beautiful. Um, we have to decide that it's okay for us to take time to find out who we are, because that changes, right? It changes from when I was a mom of a newborn to now the mom of a 13-year-old and a 9-year-old. My health has changed. My life has changed. I've been through more circumstances than I have in the past. So, really, okay, so like it says here, stop thinking that there's something wrong with you if the best advice doesn't work with who you are and how you live your life. It's okay if it works for the person next to you, but it doesn't work for you. And to really stop complaining, she says, look at that piece of advice as the wrong tool for the job, right? If you pick out a wrench when you need a hammer, you're not going to yell at the wrench and feel bad that the wrench doesn't work. No, you're going to go and find the hammer because that's the tool that you need. So for us too, figuring out what tools work best for us as individuals is very big. And I think there was one other point I wanted to, yeah, it says this book is really to help you to uncover your weight loss style and begin to craft a program from the Weight Watchers basics that is uniquely your own. It says this may require unlearning some bad habits, or some habits that you, negative habits, I should say, and tuning out the unhelpful messages that prime you to want to eat all the time. So stop shaming yourself To say I'm a bad person because I made that food choice, or I'm a bad person because I should have lost the weight 5 years ago, or I'm a bad person because I didn't track that night. Absolutely not. Are they choices that you maybe wish you had made differently? Sure. I wish, you know, at the age of 41, I wish I could have lived my entire 30s feeling this good about myself and enjoying shopping and all that good stuff, feeling as empowered as I do right now. But we didn't. And that's okay. So, one of my favorites, I tell my kids this all the time, and I try to apply it myself. It's not as easy to apply things to yourself that you teach your kids, but when you're driving down the road, you are looking in the windshield. Um, you do use the rearview mirror or things in your past to help you make wise decisions, right? Um, but that's what it is. There's a reason that mirror is this big compared to the windshield. So use the things in the past to change how you drive your to your future or in your future, however you want to say it. But don't focus on them to the point that you run off the road. Look out of the windshield ahead and use those things in the past to help you to make the decisions that you want today and moving forward. So, anyways, this video has gotten long enough. So, if you enjoyed the review of the introduction to this book, please let me know in the comments below. Click the like button. It's great if people want to subscribe. I mean, I don't know if I should be saying that or not. I do this for me. So I appreciate any of you who want to come on the journey with me. I think it's fabulous because I'm so encouraged by other people that have put videos out. So if you're encouraged by this, I love it. I'm so thankful. I'm happy. 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time. So let me know what you think of this. Comments or thumbs up or whatever, and let me know if you'd like me to keep going with it. I'm going to read the book regardless, but if you think you'd like a video, continuing videos, let me know. All right, you guys, have a great week. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.